Hey, welcome to Tech Talk. Today, I'm going to test to see if I can upgrade this super old dinosaur of an iMac, 2010 to be exact, to Sonoma. And just to show you what I have, this opens. You can do the same thing to find out what you have. And if you want to see more detail, hit System Report. This will open up. It'll give you the model identifier, which is in my case iMac 11.2. But this is just a test to see if it'll work. I other videos where people are doing like 2013 versions of the iOS, but this one's 2010. It's a little bit older. And if this works, I'm going to try my 2008 to see if I can actually get it to work. Probably won't, but it's worth a try. Anyways, if you're going to try this, you're going to need a USB, and you're going to need to back up your information. I would copy it to a local or to an external disk, and or use the time machine, create a time machine backup. That would probably be ideal, so that you can just use the time machine backup to recover your whole drive. That would make more sense. But in this video, I'm going to actually wipe my whole drive. I have a video where you can create a bootable USB and reinstall it yourself. Time machine probably would be the best option though. Anyways, let's get to it. Open up the link that I provided in the description. Once you're here, click Get Started. And now, if you're unsure, click Supported Models here, and just scroll down, find your model, and see, if it's supported, and if not, high probability it's not going to work. Can you try it still? That's up to you. Probably won't work, I would guess, but you know what? It wouldn't be the first time I just went ahead and did it myself. But so, how to install? I'm going to go ahead and click on Creating macOS Installer. You can just go down here and print these out if you want. Just scroll down, print all of these out, and it'll show you step by step. All right, so I'm going to click Opencore here, and the latest is 2.41. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to click on Opencore Patcher. Now would be a good time for you to put your USB in. So I just installed mine. Now, once it's downloaded, go ahead and hit Open. And we're going to hit Continue. And then we're going to go ahead and click Install. It's going to go ahead and give it your password. This is usually pretty quick. Yep, and I did that in real time. I didn't pause it at all. So go ahead and hit Close. And then I'm going to just say Keep for now. Now we're going to go to the Applications folder. So go ahead and click on Applications, and then we're just going to go to the Opencore Patcher and double click on it. Okay, so because we want to download the installer, we're going to click on Create macOS Installer, and then Download macOS Installer. Of course, this requires that you have enough space to put it on your drive too. So you need to make sure that you have enough space. So we're going to go ahead and hit Download. And this might take a little bit. Hey, and if anything in this video helps you, please consider hitting the thumbs up. It really does help the algorithm out a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so once it's done, it finished extracting. So now we're just going to go ahead and hit Yes. Now, this is where we're going to click the Install macOS Sonoma, and we're going to select our disk. So this is where you want to make sure that you're selecting your external device. Mine is a SanDisk, 61 gigabytes. I'm going to go ahead and select it. And then it's saying, are you sure you want to erase SanDisk? And I'm going to say, yes, I do. All right, so that took a little time, which it did say it could take 30 minutes or more. But now that it's done, we're going to go ahead and just hit yes, because we do want to continue and install Opencore to the disk. So we're going to go ahead and say yes. Okay, yep, we're going to go ahead and hit install to disk. So now we're going to go ahead and make sure that we select the USB device, and we're going to select the EFI. And that's pretty much it for this part. So we're going to click reboot, but before you do, keep in mind, after you reboot, you're going to have to hold down the Option key. Keep holding the Option key, even after it goes ding, just keep holding it until it shows the drive. Hey, thanks for sticking around if you're still here. I apologize for the poor quality video, and the second part of the video didn't go so well. So I ended up having to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to walk you through using some images. So if you made it this far, then you held down the Option key, and you should now see the EFI boot and the install macOS and maybe other devices depending on what your computer set up is. But now you're going to click install macOS Sonoma, and if you're just going to install it on your current drive, you don't have to worry about it. Don't skip this step that I'm going to do now. But if you want to install it on a brand new disk, click the disk utility, and then you're going to see this part, and then you're going to click that little arrow there and then show all devices, and just select your hard drive here. That's what you're looking to do. Usually it's the upper left in the blue there, and then you're going to hit erase. So technically mine's a 500 gigabyte. I had to just borrow images to show you, but now you're going to make sure the correct just copy my format that I have in there and hit erase, and then you're going to hit done and then hit the X there to X out of it. But you don't really need to worry about that. You can just install it right directly. So hit install macOS Sonoma and then click continue. And then you're going to go ahead and hit agree and then agree again. And then select your hard drive here and then hit continue. Now, this next phase is going to go loop, I think, twice, and it's going to restart and then come back here, restart again, and then it's going to go through the typical Apple screen multiple times. It's going to do a bunch of times. Unfortunately, it's a slow process. So here, you're just going to do the typical setup for any new Apple device. You're going to select your region, and you're going to hit continue, and you're going to follow through until you're completely done. All right, so now you're just going to go ahead and type in your password, and then we're going to go right in and wait for this message to pop up and click OK on it because we need to install this to the drive. So it's now getting ready to build and install the Opencore right directly to your drive. Now go ahead and install the disk. Or go ahead and select your large drive now. You don't need the USB. Do the actual drive that you're going to be setting up and select EFI. And then this will be setting it up and we should be rebooting again. Okay, go ahead and hit reboot. And now we need one more step. We need to, after the restart, we're going to go back into the Finder and into Applications. And we're going to do the root configuration so that it will use your driver. So click Finder, Now that you're back into the operating system, go to Applications, scroll down to Opencore, and double click on it. And you're just going to click on Post Install Root Patch. This will install your drivers and anything that's missing that you're going to need. Click Start Root Patching. Now, if you get a pop-up asking you for your password, go ahead and just put it in. But once this is done, go ahead and hit reboot. You're pretty much done. You should be able to go back into the operating system. It should, I see your keyboard and whatever. But let me know, what you let me know what you think. How did it work for you? And I'll give you an update in a couple of days to see how it's running, because I've only got 4 gigs of RAM, so I'd be surprised this thing actually runs good. So, but I can honestly tell you so far it's been working pretty good. Let me know in the comments, where you're watching from, and well, thanks for watching anyways. I appreciate it. All right, have a great night.